I think so.
All right. Welcome to Broom Talk, the podcast where witches, healers, mystics, and magic makers gather to share their journeys, their tools, and their truth. I'm Priestess Melissa of Enchanted Dragonfly, inviting you to take a seat at the Broom Circle because the real magic is in the stories we tell. So let's stir the cauldron and speak the spell. So I have my new friend here with me today. So tell us your name and your business name.
Okay, so my name is Mary Daisley, and my business name is Mary Daisley, the Psychic Navigator.
Nice. And tell us a little bit more about what you do.
So I am a precognitive psychic, which means I see the path in front of people most of the time, and my channeled information comes through. I do use tarot, kind of like stepping stones, for 9 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months ahead of time. I try to keep it small but balanced. I can look out further for new brides on when they can start to, be expecting, or, when somebody is going to meet their special someone. But, pushing in through time is kind of like walking through a river. You kind of slog your way through. It's sometimes the current is against you, but you can do it. I'm trying to work on how to explain it better, because, like Einstein did say, all time is all now. Time is now, and it's infinitely now. And it's, everything is okay, near left, far left, so many different ways we can go. Free choice has a lot to do with it, but I do believe that things that we have set into motion, we can predict, so that people can decide whether they want to stay on the path they've set for themselves already, or make some bigger changes. So
Interesting. I love that. And tell us where you're located.
I live in Foxborough, Mass, but I do phone readings as well as Zoom readings. As well as local in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire psychic fairs. So I'm all around. So all you have to do is check on the my website, and you can find out if you want to have a live in-person reading with me. I also do, if you are local to my area, I also love doing house parties.
Nice.
So,
fun. Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It's definitely fun.
Love it. Love it. And how did you start doing what you do?
Interestingly enough, many years ago, back in 1995, I wanted to make some psychic friends. So I took this class by Richard Lanza. And he was in Braintree, and he is the owner of Open Doors in Braintree. I started taking the classes, and at the end of the 3 weeks, he offered me a job.
Nice.
As a reader. And I went, sure, even though I really hadn't thought about doing that. He had more confidence in me than I did. So I kind of bonded with my deck, and was quite nervous, and read for the general public first time in 1995. And I was there for 10 years.
Wow.
And
Nice.
I became known and had a really great reputation. there. And that's where I developed my personal time. How do I want to say my reading in time?
Okay.
This is how I developed this, because I didn't necessarily like dealing with the Celtic cross or the Celtic key. I didn't like that information. I wanted something that was more built in time. And even though there is a pretty well-known, we'll say, clock type of spread, which is 2 cards, if you think of it as 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 2 cards.
Okay.
And you would start, so it's July, so we would start at 7 and work our way around. It did not give me enough information. So, but 3 cards per season gave me a beginning and a middle and an end of the season. And I could see like signs on a road, welcome to Massachusetts. I could see Thanksgiving. So it would be either before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, this thing coming and happening. Or before Christmas or after Christmas, or before Valentine's Day or after Valentine's Day. So whatever the post or the marker for the calendar, I could see something happening, dropping before or after.
Interesting.
So it's a feel and see, but it's more of a feel than a see.
It's very fascinating. I love that.
It's my own thing. It's my own language, and I'm trying to hone it so that it's a little bit more, so that eventually maybe I can start teaching it.
Ooh, nice.
So that it's not just mine. I want to be able to help people feel time and think in the 4th dimension and feel in the 4th dimension versus just how do I want to say this? Have it this non-corporeal thing that's out there. Because time is very hard for most people, and I can understand that, even though it kind of comes easier for me.
I totally see that.
So.
Interesting. And what type of practitioner would you say you are?
I would consider myself a psychic who uses tarot now. I don't consider myself a tarot reader any longer.
Okay.
Yes, I can pick a card and tell you, what that card means, but I'm not reading the tarot card the way somebody else would read a tarot card. I'm touching the card, I'm feeling the card with that person's energy on it. I am, and I'm kind of like channeling more information. I'm looking off to the right of the person, and or off to my right of that person, and I'm seeing whatever I'm seeing and feeling and hearing, and I'm just allowing whatever to come through. Sometimes their guides will come through, and it's like I'll have somebody say, "We're really trying to get this message through to them. Can you remind them to do this?" It's like sometimes it feels like I'm getting tell them to wash behind their ears.
Yeah.
Like their mother is coming through or whatever. But it's like there's things that they're wanting you to do, and they need you to do it even though you're not doing it, and you're trying to ignore them. Your counsel is there for a reason. Your council of advisors, so to speak.
Right? That's a good way to put it. The council of advisors.
Yes.
What is your spiritual origin story or an awakening moment?
Well, interestingly enough, I was raised Catholic, went to Catholic school. My 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Slaith, said, "I never believed in psychic ability till I met you."
Interesting.
When I was in my 20s, I read Marion Zimmer Bradley's Miss of Avalon. And that kind of took me home. When I was still young, I would pray more to Mary than to the Holy Father or to Jesus. Now I believe all gods are one God and it's all one, but again, I would be more towards the feminine. I would do the rosary. That was how I was raised. How I raised myself was more of the balance of the male and the female, the Lord and the Lady. I was, as you can tell, I'm wicked Irish from Boston.
That wicked.
And, wicked is a Boston term.
Yes.
Before it became a play or a book. So what I, I tend to be more of the deities of Ireland. As I have grown older, I am now looking more towards the Norse. Right now, I am trying to work with the Narn because apparently I have been claimed by the Norn. I do not say that lightly, but I have decided to work as a end-of-life doula. So again, it's very fitting that the Norn would be calling me to as one of their own. So it is part of what I do. And again, what will be, what was, what is, what will be. I talk about what will be, and I do end-of-life doula work. Or I will be doing end-of-life doula work. So
fascinating.
So
Love it. What is your daily spiritual or magical practice like?
To be honest, my daily practice is probably subpar. I have a picture from my birthday card from a few years ago. I believe, and I say this in my readings, that if there's something that you can put up on your bathroom mirror that is always in your purview, even if it's just off to the side, you will see it, you will notice it. And the card is this unicorn standing with one hoof against the wall. And he's got his jacket open, and it's got like a magic wand and a potion and this. And it's like, "Happy birthday, you magical creature, you."
I love that.
So my godfather, who is also my first cousin, refers to me as a magical creature, and I am. So I am always reminding myself I am a magical creature. Even though I may not have readings, and I'm working my muggle job, and I am doing other things. as I continuing to work and grow and bring more magic to the world. So
Nice. I love that visual, almost like a visual board, if you will, but on your mirror every day where you would see something like that.
yeah, when you're
It's
washing
important.
your hands, you're seeing it. It's
Mhm.
just, you're not looking dead at it. It's in your sight.
Nice. I like that. That's a good idea. Who or what inspires your path the most?
My guides
Mm,
and the Dalai Lama.
interesting.
I believe in the trying to attain enlightenment
Mm-hmm.
and being your best self.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of, I have to say, hats off to my guides because they have taught me so much as I needed it, because they have always given me exactly what I needed, how I can handle it, not just the cookie cutter way,
Right.
but my mother was mentally ill and she heard voices. So if I never heard oral messages till I said, okay, I'm ready.
Mm.
I never heard words. I always got picture and feeling.
Interesting.
So the guides always gave me feelings, ideas, no words because I would be running for the antipsychotics.
I can
So
understand that.
I did not want to go that route. They had plans for me. They did not want me to go that route. So they led me. They guided me. They took my hand and said, okay, she cannot hear voices. We will give it to her, the information, how she will accept it.
It's so important.
It really is important. So take it as they know you will accept it.
Mm-hmm.
It will be small increments as needed, but then it will grow.
The delivering the message is always important.
It is.
Interesting. I love that. I love the story. Great. What is the biggest challenge you faced on your journey and how did you overcome it?
Taking myself out of the equation. In readings, there are times where id sometimes will interfere. Or it's like you will, I don't want to say this. I'll be in a reading and I'll go, I don't understand. And I have to remember, I don't have to understand. I just have to say it. And as long as the person understands, that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
So taking yourself out of the equation. Remember, you're the cell phone.
Right. The messenger, yes.
You're the messenger. You're the cell phone. The cell phone does not need to understand the message or the directions. You just need to be able to convey the message. Also, having the the need to be right. There's something where it's like some readers just need to be right, and it's like, no. That's again trying to feed the ego, the id. You have to let go of that. There's a surrendering that people who really give themselves over to being messengers true messengers have to do.
Yeah.
And if they don't surrender, that ego is going to be in the way.
Yeah.
And that's, you get those horror stories from those people who are on TV and because it's all ego now.
Really is. And it's funny how it's such a small thing could, or would sound like a small thing, it's actually this huge thing, and it can really get in the way. And then, like you're saying, you're the messenger, so it has the message given to the person receiving the reading. It's none of our business. It has nothing to do with us, and you just relay what's and they do what they will with that information.
Right.
Yeah, fascinating. What tools, methods, or spirit guides do work?
Well, I do use, for the most part, my medieval Scapini tarot. I still have my original deck from when I was 23.
Nice.
It's in retirement. I have 2 more of the exact same decks, which I use now for general public readings. And that deck talks to me. It picked me. Do I have time to tell that little story?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so many years ago, I was about 23 years old, was in Salem, Mass, with a then boyfriend, and I was at Pickering's Wharf with a boyfriend, and we were going to go, and again, along the back of the store was all these tarot decks, and I turned, and the medieval Scapini is in a black case with gilded gold writing, and it was a cut-out window of the popess, which is the priestess. Okay. So in the cutout window is her face, and I go to turn, and this face just caught my eye, and I said, "Can I please see that deck?" I had no intention of getting a deck because I started off as a psychometrist, which is I could do jewelry reading. I could see and I feel things when I held them.
Interesting.
Things with psychometry is anything kind of can come through.
Yeah.
You don't know. You'd have to ask questions to get answers. You don't know. You just hold it, and it's like logging on to Google. If without a question, there's nowhere to go. So they opened up the deck, took it out, opened up the seal, put it in my hands, and it started jumping.
Ooh,
and it was a good energy. And I said, okay, I'm buying that. And I just love it. And when I am down, when I am not doing well, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever, I'll go up and I'll just start shuffling that deck, that original deck, which will really just soothe my nerves. And it takes care of me like an old friend.
I love that. That is awesome. It's like you've definitely imprinted to each other.
There's
with
a
that.
bond.
I love it.
There is definitely a bond.
Nice. I love that. Thank you for sharing that story. That's great. How do you stay energetically protected and grounded?
Because I am a psychometrist, I wouldn't be able to pick up anything if I didn't have some sort of shielding. So I have always had some form of shielding. And I have come up with a type of psychic shielding that I teach. So it's fortify your personal energy. And it's creating like a crystal palace so that you can manipulate your own energy. Now, energy moves at the speed of thought. And most people, at least in the general population, don't know that. And you can push out your energy and pull in your energy. So we work on being invisible. We work on making people uncomfortable so that they can move away a little bit. So we work on doing things to our own energy so that we can protect ourselves. And then we work with creating a thing. But I've always kind of had that. I think the gang, so to speak, had that for me, and then my own work with doing
That protection.
the protection.
Nice.
So
Nice. It's interesting that you say that, like with the energy, like someone getting too close, like someone stands close to you in line at the store, and they're in your personal space, and you're just like, oh, and it makes you withdraw in. But if you
push out your energy,
they back up a little, right?
Yeah, and if you push it out and then make it icky feeling.
Yes. Yeah, it's true.
Icky feeling or pinprickly.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, I don't like that. What is that?
Like a porcupine.
Porcupine, yes. Funny. What's one common misconception about your craft or your work?
That I'm not like everybody else. Okay. It's the same. It's okay. Two sides of a dime. Yeah, I'm special, but not that special. It's like people who are highly psychic have worked on it, but we had that thing that started us off in the first place. So it's like Mozart became Mozart because somebody sat him down at a piano.
Isn't that a fascinating fact, right?
Yeah. So, and first he was, and then, he wasn't, at first he was like, he had to learn to play piano, and then he became a genius. But it's the same thing. It's everyone has a bit. Everyone has that, that mother who I felt that my child was in danger and I had to go find them and I had to call them or whatever, or that guy who goes, I just really felt like, my mom needed me for whatever reason, and she had fallen down, and
that initial intuition.
Yeah, and they have that, and that's the same thing we have. We've just worked at it. We've embraced it. We've surrendered to it, and we've gone with it. We went with the flow. Not everybody can do what we do, but I can't play chopsticks.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Fascinating. Yeah.
So it's not everyone has their talents.
Yes.
And it's not, I'm not going to compare myself to Mozart. I'm not going to compare myself to Zach Brown. So it's
fun. Yeah, it's true. You start somewhere and you go with that, and you got to learn everything. And very rarely are there people that are just run with it with no learning or anything like that. Can you share a powerful or a memorable client transformation?
Okay. This was when I was reading at Open Doors. And this was in the spring. I don't remember what year. And I was reading this woman who had a lot of heartache around pregnancies. So miscarriages, IVF that didn't work, lots of things. And I looked her in the eye and I said, I don't say this to everyone. Please understand this. But this year, you will either be pregnant or have given birth this year. I would put my own money on it. And at the end of the reading, she goes, well, I just hope you're right. I said, stop trying. Go enjoy your husband. Stop trying. Go away. Go away on a vacation.
Yeah.
Just stop trying.
Yeah.
And that's the old advice.
Yeah.
You know, that's the old advice. Stop trying. That's when you get pregnant. In November, she came back and she goes, I know you probably don't remember me, but you told me that I would be pregnant or give birth this year. And she just rubbed her belly.
Aww.
And she said, I just wanted you to know that you were right and the doctors were wrong.
Fascinating, right? It's almost like she was creating her own block in a way.
Well, you know, it depends. There's high stress jobs for women. That'll keep them from conceiving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I just said, go away on vacation. You know, relax.
Yeah.
Just really enjoy. Stop trying to get pregnant. And just take the year off. Enjoy.
Nice. It's fascinating.
It
Love
happens.
That story. Love that story. What sacred self-care practice keeps you aligned?
I don't do it enough because I have a very small tub at home. I love taking baths. So whenever I can get a bath, that's my...
Especially when you can make it magical with candles and herbs and oils and that's good.
When I can, I do. That's my magical.
Nice.
Just kind of like floating in the water.
Yes. Love a good bath. What does success look like to you as a spiritual business owner?
Being able to work only in my gift, without having to have other income streams to keep me afloat. That is success for me. I don't need to be John Edwards. I don't need a TV show. I don't need, maybe have some lectures, maybe go across the United States. That would be really successful and cool. But I don't need to be mega anything. I just want to be able to work in my gift.
And let it help you live.
And help me live. So.
Interesting. Nice. Do you follow the moon, astrology, or seasonal cycles in your work?
Well, I read in the seasons. So when I start my readings, I start with where we are. So if I were to read for you, we would start with the summer because we are in the summer. And then the next season would be fall, winter, spring, summer. So yes, I do follow the actual seasons. The 20th or 21st to the 20th or 21st of the next cycle. So that I do, and the calendar, equinox and solstices. So yes.
Nice.
So
Awesome. I love how you read it. Not everybody reads it like that with that time stamp. It's fascinating, and I've gotten a reading from her. I recommend it. It's really, really good. What's something you wish more people knew about energy work, divinations, rituals, etc.?
again, energy moves at the speed of thought. And if you've ever watched Bewitched, Tabitha used to do wishcraft. And she wished for something and it would come true.
Yes.
Because she put forth the energy for that wish. Remember, if you think of yourself as a big fat lout who can't do anything, you can't get out of your own way, that is what you are. And that is what you will become, and that is what you will only be. But if you are a fierce, strong, warrior-like, beautiful woman who is strong and has integrity, who has charm and is clever and is a magical creature, allow yourself to be that. Create what you want by thinking about what you want and put it out to the universe. You do not have to say, pray to God, pray to Mary, pray to her, pray to him, pray to Buddha. You do not have to do that. Think of it as the universe, and it's going up to be worked on. It is important because that's why I'm looking at you. The message is for you. You need to create for yourself. Okay?
Love that. Love that. If you could give one piece of advice to someone just starting their path, what would it be?
Read.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Take what works for you and discard the rest. Take classes. Take what works for you and discard the rest. This is what I did. I am self-taught. I stumbled through my 20s and 30s to create who I am. And at 58 years old, I think I've done pretty good.
Yes.
You know,
Level 58, right?
level 58,
Yes.
leveled up.
Leveled up.
But I'm, you know, I grew in wisdom early because I listened to my soul. And that is really, really important. So read, listen, learn, take what works for you, and let the rest go, because you don't always have to do it their way. Their way works for them.
Yes.
Okay? Now, if you're taking somebody's class, follow through, do the initiations, do whatever that, and finish it to a completion, and then take what works for you. Don't stop, because Mary said,
Yeah.
finish it to completion. If there's an initiation, follow through with that, and then take what works for you and discard the rest.
Nice. Great advice. It's very important. What magic are you currently brewing without spilling the beans too much? Because sometimes we have to let new stuff stay under the radar until then?
I am working on 2 writing projects.
Nice.
One is half fiction because I believe it needs to be fictionalized in a story to be understood and then discussed as a kind of a workbook.
Okay. Interesting. Nice. It is something that you're going to be publishing.
I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, nice. I'll be getting a copy.
Well, there's a lot of things. Well, I can tell you, it's about soul villages.
Oh.
There's a lot of soulmates and this and that, but there's nothing about soul villages. So we're going to talk about this one woman who meets all these people and becomes soul village.
That sounds so cool.
Well, that's the fictional part.
Nice. Soul tribe, if you will.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because there's no other way to explain it
Yeah.
except for a story.
That's so cool.
And then we can break down the minutia of the relationships in the
villages.
In the villages with the different dynamics in kind of like the workbook type.
Nice. That sounds fascinating. I love that mix.
I think it has to be that way because there's no other way. You can't do one or the other. It has to be both.
That's true. I can see that. Nice. Ooh, I'm excited for you. That's going to be great. So now I have some fun questions and then we're almost done. So what is your sun, moon, and rising sign?
Okay, so I'm a Sagittarius with a Virgo moon and a Virgo rising.
Ooh, nice.
11:11 p.m.
Nice. Awesome. And do you have a favorite crystal or herb or tool that you always work with?
I love amethysts.
Oh, yeah.
I love amethysts. I'm born in December, so I love amethysts. Purple, purple, purple.
Yes. Beautiful.
And again, my medieval Scapini tarot. Those are my 2 go-tos.
Nice.
So
awesome. What is your magical nickname, if you have one, that you resonate with?
Branwen or Raven. Branwen is Welsh for white raven. The white raven or Branwen was Bran the Blessed's sister, who was he was a king, giant king in Ireland. So yeah.
Cool. Tea or tincture?
I prefer tea over tincture because I don't like the alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. Tarot or runes?
I understand tarot a lot better than runes, but runes are piquing my interest.
Nice. Cauldron or candle?
It depends on what it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I have both.
Okay, nice. If your spirit guide had a voice, what would it sound like?
I think it would sound like my Nana Sullivan.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
And do you have any pets?
I do. I currently have 2 cats. One all black cat who is Rosie, and one tuxedo named Finn.
Aw, Finn sounds like that would fit a tuxedo kitty too.
Yes, I got him at 7 weeks. He was itty bitty, and he is such a mama's boy.
Aw, they're so cute.
So,
well, this is all I have for my questions. Was there anything you would like to add?
I am running a new client special because, let's face it, things are tough out there for people, and I understand that. So it's $50 for half an hour reading, which is normally my house party rate. Okay, because if people have questions and need help and answers and things like that, I want people to not think that they can't afford me. Now, just to let you know, I also belong to Best American Psychics.
Nice.
Which is a national organization. They do test everyone, double test. They go through your background. They want everybody who is ethical, and they want people who are accurate. Mm-hmm. And they found me accurate, ethical, and I am a member since 2013. So nice. I've been with them a very long time, and I am a proud member. So nice. It's a really great thing to be. They turn a lot of people away. So
yeah, well, congratulations. That's
Thank you.
Awesome. That concludes our interview, and I will put her Facebook page link right in the description. So go and give her a follow, check out her page, get a reading. I recommend it. Her readings are really, it's great the way she reads the cards. It's not your typical pull and read it, and it's like a map the way she lays it out. It's really fascinating. So thank you for joining us. I'm
Thank
excited. You. Yeah, so go check her out. And bless me. Have a good night. Love you.
Good night.